a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA. And tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Charlotte Hornets here at Spectrum Center. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Coby White.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And the starting group for Chicago. Giddey and White pair to make the backcourt. Smith out there with Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for the Hornets, Miller and Bridges are the wings. Kevin Durant is out there with Williams. And it's Ball in at the 1. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Giddey passes to Dosunmu. Smith outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the game. Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Coby White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract and a bigger role, and he is playing great.
And he might have the best hair in the NBA. The offensive rebound. Giddey against Ball. And that one's good. Giddey.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second-chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Vucevic's shot is off. On offense, here are the Hornets. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Williams' shot is good.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. White with it. Vucevic, a screen on Miller. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Dosunmu. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
Yeah, he's a great passing center. You can run offense through Vucevic. Use him as a passing hub.
Now here's Miller. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Durant with a screen on Giddey. Ball passes to Durant. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Miller against White. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. The 3, Smith. Miller pulls it in.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Bridges. That one's good. This game is all even.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside White. Giddey with a screen on Miller. Back to Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. Off target from outside. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Ball. Here's Miller. Pure from 3-point range.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. since the All-Star break, here are the teams playing at the fastest pace. The Hornets in second.
Here's a team that is not being slowed down by the long NBA season. They've been looking to push the ball every chance they can get.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. It's a three-point game. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
And just far too many turnovers. You can't expect to win if you can't protect the ball.
Yeah, look, turnovers hurt you in two ways. You lose the possession on offense, and defensively, giveaways normally lead to easy points for your opponents.
Now here's Ball. Against Sacramento, he was really on his game. Bridges misses. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Miles Bridges is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Dosunmu with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. White for 3. The rebound by Bridges. The Hornets have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. The open shot, White. And it's White again missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Smith outside, takes a 3, sends it home from three-point land.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Miller. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. And the basket by Bridges.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Smith outside to the middle. Here's Dosunmu, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Miller. Now Bridges. Durant with it. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Ball against Giddey. And here is Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Hornets making a change here. Walker's checked in. Hornets trail by 3. Ball passes to Durant. Out to Bridges. Outside Walker. From the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
Chicago making a switch here. Ball's checked in.
Into the lineup for the Bulls. Number 2, Lonzo Ball.
And so here is Chicago. 3-point lead. Smith with a screen on Ball. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. Ball passes to Dosunmu. No good from outside. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Ball. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Bulls leading by 3. Inside. Smith passes to Vucevic. Count it. Good. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
Boy, LaMelo has all the tools. I mean, a deep, deep bag.
The first free throw is good.
You got to respect the enthusiasm LaMelo Ball brings to his game. He thrives out here under the bright lights with all eyes on him.
And so Ball nails both of them. Here's Ball. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Herder. Outside Horton Tucker. Another shot. Goes back up. Vucevic. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, an impressive offensive rebounder. Vucevic isn't afraid of throwing his weight around.
Ball passes to Durant. Back to Ball. Durant with a screen on Vucevic. Outside Horton Tucker. There's Ball with a 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And a quick look at the stats after that game. They were phenomenal from the charity stripe.
Well, they worked very hard to earn those whistles, playing assertive basketball and going right into the defender.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Chicago's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Ball outside. Horton Tucker on the wing. No good on the triple. Charlotte trailing. Walker finds Bridges. And it's Walker, that time on the assist by Bridges.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
And for Chicago, they're shooting 45% from the field in this first. The three from Ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Charlotte has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. There's Ball with a three. Here's Walker, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
That jump shot is going to be key for Walker in his career, especially with how physical a player he is.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
And both free throws good for Walker. And here's Ball. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Herter, guarded by Miller. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And with this break, we can see the teams that are wasting no time turning defense into offense. Number 1, the Hornets.
These guys have been showing great anticipation defensively, and then they've been converting mistakes into points at the other end.
Free throw good, Herter. And both free throws good for Herter. Here's Mann. He's another guy who had a great performance in that win against Sacramento. Pass to Miller.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Herter. Miller can't get it to go.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Now here's Mann. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And that one's good. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Gordon Tucker with it. Nurkic picks him up. Vucevic, a screen on Nurkic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And he knocks down the first one. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside Mann. Nurkic passes to Mann. Pass to Whitmore from deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Now here's Ball. Gordon Tucker on the wing. Vucevic in the post. Looking on Walker. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
Hard to stop a powerful guy like Vucevic cold. He gets through the foul and gets it to go.
Nikola Vucevic at the line for 1.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Outside man. Nurkic against Vucevic. Shot by Nurkic, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Vucevic. The open shot by Herter. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Bulls out in front, up by 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Smith out there with Patrick Williams. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. Now here's White, coming off a 16-point game against Portland.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
Here's Diabate. And that one good. Chicago leading. Giddey with it. Coming off a 16-point game against Portland. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Charlotte. And he sinks the second. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Durant. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Off the mark from 16 feet.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Giddey passes to Smith. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Now here's Durant. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
He was everywhere in that game. Never stopped working. Even racked up 3 blocks.
5 on the clock. Here's man. Pass to Diabate. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jalen Smith. Charlotte shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for 2, Musa Diabate.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Here's Giddey. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. And now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
For three, Durant. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Hornets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. White with a steal. Williams against Giddey. And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul of the game. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Substitution for your Hornets. Number 1, LaMelo Ball.
Smith finds White. Outside, Williams. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Bulls lead by 10.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Ball outside. Durant with a screen on Giddey. They need this. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, total focus there from Ball. Not letting anyone stop him.
And he's got his 4th free throw of the game.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Now Dosunmu. 5 points in the game. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. Second, the Hornets.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
And Chicago has possession. They've led by as much as 10. White looking it over. Spins. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, at first, White shows the burst. Then the control off the drive.
Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level. So he has an exciting future in front of him.
Bulls leading by 7. Dosunmu outside. Outside White. Picked by Smith. White with it. Guarded now by Williams. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Durant inside. Williams defending. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Fires from deep. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. Now here's Dosunmu. He's got 5. Back to Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. Now here's Giddey. Williams from long range. Williams can't get that one to fall. Whitmore with it. Dosunmu picks him up. Ball outside. Now here's man. Giddey defends. Ball against White. Ball in the paint.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Some changes for Charlotte. Walker comes in for Williams, and Miles Bridges subbed in for Mann.
Hornets, Jarris Walker, Miles Bridges.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. 6-point game. Pass to Dosunmu. And here's White. And Miles Bridges is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Giddey. Give him 8. Williams a screen on ball. Clock at 6. Here's Giddey.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
And again, no good by Chicago. White with a steal. Dosunmu with it. Durant covering. Here's White. No good that time. Hornets trail by 6. Down low. Here's Durant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
No good on the free throw. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Now here's White. He has 6. Pass to Williams. Here's White. For 3, Smith. Durant pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Now Whitmore. Fires the 3. Walker's shot is off. Here's ball. Dosunmu outside. Pass to Williams. Buries it from 3. Williams has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Durant with a screen on ball from 15 feet away. Ball no good. Bulls leading by 8. Dosunmu, the pass to Ball. Smith outside. Pass to White. Now here's Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Dosunmu for 3. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. It's going to be Ball shooting. It's going to be on Lonzo Ball. So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
One shot.
One shot.
Chicago's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Ball passes to Vucevic. And it's all from three-point range.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Durant. Walker, a screen on Vucevic. Durant with it. Now Herter defending. Durant, no good.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Vucevic, a screen on Ball. Shoots over Durant. Ball stolen. Walker with it. Pounded by Ball. Nice shot by Walker.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Vucevic. Ball with a steal. And it's the Hornets on the break. Good D by Ball. And for Chicago, they're shooting at 45% of the game so far. Lets it go from deep. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Ball against Ball. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Whitmore with it. Guarded by Vucevic. And it's Whitmore missing. Chicago has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Here's Herter. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
There's Ball with a 3. Melo knocking down a 3.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Ball against Ball. Ball passes to Horton Tucker. Tipped away. It's Herter on the wing. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Herter's got 8.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a 3-point play. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Bulls leading by 4. Pass to Horton Tucker. Vucevic, a screen on Walker. Here's Horton Tucker. Walker pulls down the board. Walker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Miller against Herter. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. 5 points in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's Herder, and he jams it home with authority.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
To the left wing. Back to Miller. Pass to Nurkic. Now Ball. Up top, Miller. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, defensively, Vucevic was in great position and times that perfectly.
There's Herder with the three. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Miller with it. Now Horton Tucker defending. Walker for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Dosunmu outside. And there's a pick. Pass to Vucevic. Over Nurkic. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Well, right now for Chicago, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait till next year.
And how about that first half? Let's talk about Nikola Vucevic. He has been dialed in.
He's wrecking those boys in the lane. They look worn out and defeated. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah, I knew somehow he was going to bring this back to you, but I don't disagree.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.